As the 2018 season of the Bad Quarterback League enters its teenage weeks, some awkward things are happening in the standings. Races are getting tighter, points are playing hard to get, and messes are getting messier. It's only a shame one of us can win.
He's made a mess of it.
I was going to nominate Tyler Palko until I realized he won last week, so instead, I went with Jake Cutler, who also picked his worst two teams this week and hasn't reclaimed much ground at all since falling from first to second 2 weeks ago. During the past 3 weeks he's been in second, he's picked the worst two of the 3 Buffalo games, started Green Bay during their lowest BQBL point total, and Philly has amassed a total of -1 points. I hope this is a wake-up call for you to finish the final 3 weeks of the season better than the previous 3. Over in top teams, congratulations to both leagues for starting all 3 top teams. Both leagues started Miami, so it came down to who started Kansas City, and Johnny Effie Moxon avoided them, so you can all thank TS8 Win for losing the tiebreaker and starting the Chiefs this week. The Kirsch League needs only one more victory to secure the top team's trophy in 2018. This week's Moneyballin' It winner is none other than the person I said last week would make a huge comeback.
I'm predicting next week he breaks out for big points and makes me look even more like a fool.
Well, he not only didn't make me look like a fool since I predicted it, but also finally moved out of 6th place. In Relegation Watch 2018, it seems like Johnny Effie Moxon did well, scoring 49 points, 3rd best in the league. But the fact is, since Ryan Leaf moved out of 6th, Moxon is now chasing Chad Hutchinson, who has a lot more points than Leaf did last week, so he's even further back in the relegation zone.
This sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Now on to the much-anticipated Week 14 standings, where somehow after scoring 11 points the past 2 weeks, Tony Banks is still holding on to first place for dear life. I'm disappointed in Oakland for their game-winning drive against Pittsburgh. Who saw that coming? Apparently everyone except Chris Winkie and myself. Jay, I made a mess of it Cutler, somehow finds himself further behind first place by 1 point. With the way things are going, you might be delighted Andrew Luck didn't have one more passing yard this week, because those -3 BQBL points you didn't get might end up being the difference if things keep going the way they are. Wade Wilson returns to 3rd place for the first time since Week 8 after the Redskins made a total meal of it, including a taint and a benching. With BQBL superstar Mark Sanchez back in the game, Wilson's new campaign to take the title is like the kid from Angels in the Outfield.
Hey, it could happen.
Wade is only back 72 points of the lead, so you better believe he's in contention with 3 weeks to go. Falling to 4th but gaining ground on the leader is Cade. Can Sanchez come back to play for the Jets, please? McNown. With 3 weeks to play, we have the 4 people at the top within 100 points of each other. This is just about as exciting as the Turbush League finale last season. Ryan Leaf's outstanding decision to start the Rams jumps into 5th place, which gives him a little breathing room from relegation, but I wouldn't call him out of the woods just yet. Likewise, last week I said Chad Hutchinson was safe from relegation, but I absolutely spoke too soon as he started the worst team of the week, Miami, getting roasted at the last second by the craziest game-winning drive of the year. Seriously, what in the hell? If Hutchinson is relegated by less than 12 points, he'll have that freak play to blame. Tyler made a mess of it Jr. Palko has had opportunity after opportunity pass him by this season. I almost need to start a slide for Tyler Palko's bench to see if his opposite picks would be better than his real ones. Actually, never mind, I just did it. You'd have 399 points if you started all your bench teams instead of your started teams. You're totally getting owned by your bench, dude.
Devastating.
Johnny Effie Moxon continues his hot mini hot streak, finding a great Seattle start. He still has to start Kansas City once more, but all of his other requirements are met. Does he have enough in the tank to make a late season push? Sounds like he should just grab a beer and let Cody Kessler take the wheel.
Don't think that nothing happened in the Tursh League either. Winkie continues to disappoint while TS8 Win catches up, and what's this? Colt Quinn Whedon, the other mention from last week's video where I said he wasn't going to challenge for promotion. Whedon kept pace, but just like Chad Hutchinson, I don't think he's going anywhere this season. Now finds himself only 110 points back after this week's excellent Washington start. If I know Whedon, he's planning on starting the Redskins the rest of the way, and just has to find one Cam Newton blunder. You also can't count out Grogan looking at the point potential for Jacksonville, Cleveland, or even the Falcons recently. Tim Tebow time decided he didn't want to be lumped in with the race at the bottom, as Jeff George takes the lead of the now 3-person race after having the guts to start his 3rd and 4th round picks. Usually that doesn't pay off, but it did for you. Cheers.